Paddy DC here. So, happy St. Patrick's Day to all of my good friends from the Belfast Bear, and yes, and me. So what are we going to do today? Well, maybe one or two little stories, and then, well, maybe a little song. There was an American, I think it was a Texan. You know, it's funny how the Texans always come up in these jokes. There was an American who was in Ireland the other day, and he was walking around. He was surveying a farm, you know, a small farm in Ireland. And then he asked the person. He says, "Well, my dear friend," he says, "how large is this farm?" And says, "Oh, you know, it's hard to say, but I would say probably just over a square mile." The Texan said, "Yeah, that's kind of small." So the Irish guy looks at him and says, I think his name was Seamus or something like that. And he says, "Well, tell me, sir, how large is your domain?" And he says, "Well," so says the Texas man, he says, "when I take my truck, my pickup truck, I can drive all day, all night, and I have still not gone around the whole farm." So Seamus looks at him and says, "Yes, I can understand that. I also had an old truck like that once as well." Yes. Then I have another one. Should we tell a naughty joke? Okay, if the Belfast Bear says we can tell a naughty joke, then we can. There was a big party that was organized in New York, and the lady, a very fancy lady as such, really a very fancy lady, she had a problem. She was a little bit of a difficult person, and so all of her personnel had decided to quit. So she was in a bit of a sticky problem there, and so she said, "What am I going to do?" So she went over to the agency and said, "I don't have any personnel anymore to serve the meal." So the agency man tells her, "Yeah, I have this little lass. She just came over from Ireland, but I can imagine that she would be okay. I mean, what do you want? You want to serve?" She says, "Serve and make the beds the next day. A lot of people will be staying." "Oh, I guess that she can do that." So she had the party and had the lass over. Everything went well, or so it seems, except on the next day, when the lady was walking around, observing what the lass was doing. She walked into the room, and it was a bedroom, a guest room, and then she looked at the lass, and the lass was just kind of looking at her, kind of shocked. And she said, "What's the matter, lassie?" And she just kind of points him back to the bed. So the lady, she looks at the bed, and what does she see? She sees, can we really say this on YouTube? Okay, so what she sees one of these little safety things there. Okay, she sees a condom. And so the lady, she looks a little bit shy, and then says to the lass, "Now, tell me, my dear, you can't tell me that in Ireland you don't have the same things, do you?" And the lass looks at the lady and says, "But of course we do. But the problem is, we don't skin them once we've used them." Do you think that is going to get me flagged? Okay, now maybe we can try and sing a little song. A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kinds. Oh my goodness, maybe we won't sing a song. Now if you want to hear somebody who sings a really, really nice song, go to my good friend Katie. Katie, she is one of the best singers on YouTube. Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. And she sang a very, very nice Irish brogue. So go to her channel if you want to hear good singing. If you want to hear bad singing, you can stay here. But, it was a long time ago when the earth was green. There was a kind of animals that you've ever seen. They ran around free while the earth was round. I can't read it. I'm sorry. Oh well. It just means that maybe we can try and see what it gives. Here. A long time ago, when the earth was green, there was more kind of animals than you've ever seen. They'd run around free while the earth was being born, and loveliest of all was the unicorn. Alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, more cats and rats and elephants as sure as you were born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Seen some sinning and gave him pain, and he says, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He says, hey Noah, I'll tell you what to do, build me a floating zoo. Alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but pure as you're born. Don't forget my unicorn. Oh, sorry about that. I just stopped it because I thought that you probably had heard enough. Well, Belfast Bear has heard enough, that's for sure. So now, my dear little friends, for this beautiful St. Paddy's Day, which we all want to say, Happy St. Paddy Day, and have fun. May love and laughter light your days, and warm heart. Oh, Paddy, this is a blooper. Can we start over? Okay. May love and laughter light your days, and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours, wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world. With joy that long endures, may all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. Was that better? So that is going to be Paddy DC and his good friend the Belfast Bear saying Happy St. Paddy's Day for this year, and see you again the next year. Cheerio. And if you go to the pub and have a glass of Guinness, don't forget to say Slancha. Cheers. Bye bye.